they're going to pursue their own objectives.
We hold the cards. We have objectives. Those objectives are clear. We have allies pursuing objectives as well. And the truth speaks for itself. I mean, President Trump was very clear about that. Iran has weaponized energy for decades. Israel clearly sent a warning, and POTUS has made it clear, very clear. Iran knows when you hit Karg Island and you hit military capabilities on Karg Island, which is the only thing we hit, we can hold anything at issue, anything. The United States military controls the fate of that country.
Watching his press conferences might be one of the most embarrassing things I personally feel that I've had to go through as a citizen of this country. He sounds like a moron, he acts like a moron, he gestures like a moron. He has no idea what he's talking about, and he keeps talking about carrying out death and destruction. This is not a professional, okay? This is a former Fox News weekend host and a drunk.
So he's talking about like, we control that country completely. Do you? Then why is the Strait of Hormuz closed? Why did they just shoot down one of our stealth fighters if we're completely in control of the country? So the other problem is he says, oh no, our objectives are.
You know about the stealth fighter?
No.
Okay, man. You understand what the stealth fighter does?
Yeah, angles so they don't come up on radar, right?
Yes, our technology, man, we was able to demand it hide from radar, right? With that stealth, it was invisible. Iran have now decoded that, so it's no longer, it's useless now. It's like another jet. Nobody can ever shoot one out the sky.
Oh now shit! This is the first strike.
Yeah, first time it's ever happened. We fucked. Man, when that happened, man, China looked up. China picked his nose up and like, damn, really? We wouldn't sell technology to nobody. We wouldn't sell it. Somehow we had a weakness, man. It's making information now.
That's just an aircraft.
He didn't get killed, but still, it got shot down.
They said the aircraft's first ever loss.
Yeah. That's unheard of. What happened? That was, man, now. Remember the other day I was talking about, man, America's military ain't what people think it is? There's cracks in our military now. We got a lot of weapons. But in order to prove how great it is, we gotta get rid of the entire country of Iran, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to do that, we gotta go nuclear. They gotta go nuclear. So now we gotta do ground troops. Now we gotta do ground troops, right?
Yeah. If we, I mean, see, you see, the good thing about one good thing about Trump is that bitch will get another idea to say fuck that shit.
Yeah, and the whole world see it though.
Cause what happened with Venezuela? He gets somebody else whispering in his ear. He just on to something different.
That's why I'm talking about Cuba next. But hold on. The moment, man, we put troops down and we lose 10 troops, 10 soldiers, we lost the war.
You said what?
The moment we lose 10 soldiers, we lost the war.
When you lost 10, no. When you lost 10, it's just a 6?
Huh?
It's just the 6 now?
No, them don't count. When we get 10 soldiers on the ground, we lost the war. And you say, how's that possible, right?
How does losing 10 soldiers lose you the entire war?
But now you have 10 bodies being flown back, right? Now, everybody is saying, man, we don't need this war. We're losing kids in the war. We don't need to be there. It's not our war. Once that starts, man, it don't stop.
Trump and MAGA don't give a fuck. And he planning hits for his customer base, for his client, you know what I'm saying, his core audience. Let me give a fuck what the rest of us think, man. I just know he moves on to other shit. But that's a little worrying about this stealth fighter shit, man.
ये मिसाइल रडार
That's
पर
what
निर्भर
that's
नहीं
what I was
करती,
talking about
बल्कि
the other
कीट
day when I was
सिग्नेचर
talking,
और
and I was like,
इलेक्ट्रो
no, how you
ऑप्टिकल
figure?
सेंसर्स की मदद से
I
टारगेट
should
को
have
डिटेक्ट
brought
और
that in.
Shit.
Can't support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you talk
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. How did you reach that conclusion?
I think this is key. I mean, this would be more challenging to explain had the Secretary of State, the President, and the Speaker of the House not come out and said that we conducted this attack at this time because the Israelis were about to do so.
The president spoke on this a little bit yesterday in the Oval Office. He said he always thought Joe Kent was a good guy. Obviously has a commendable military record and experience. However, he was not someone who was involved in the presidential daily brief, part of the president's intelligence briefings over the last several months. Have not seen him here at the White House for quite some time, and the president feels it's deeply disappointing that after the president gave him an opportunity in this administration to serve the American people, that he would resign with a letter filled with falsehoods, accusing the president of the United States by being controlled by a foreign country. That's both insulting and laughable all at the same time.
The Israelis drove the decision to take this action, which we knew would set off a series
Rubio said it.
Of events, meaning the Iranians would retaliate.
To my friend Joe Kent, who's a decorated war veteran who lost his wife in Syria, what are you doing? You're giving aid and comfort to a lie. There was an imminent threat.
Rubio said that Israel was about to move, and because Israel was about to move, we had to move because Iran was going to respond and hit our shit. I'll be right back. Eat this food.
How much more imminent could you be within 2 weeks having enough material to make 10 bombs? How close could you come? Not much.
What's up, everybody? Major retired Richard Ojeda here, and a longtime Trump apologist, Joe Kent, just sent shockwaves through the MAGA universe by becoming the highest level official to say no to Donald Trump's illegal and unjustifiable war in Iran, and then he quit. It's because everything that Donald Trump campaigned on turned out to be a huge lie.
If any official in the administration disagrees with the national security policies of the president, he or she should resign. And Mr. Kent apparently vigorously disagreed with the president's decision. I think President Trump was exactly right to act to protect America and protect America from the threats posed by Iran.
Mr. President, finish the job. We're very, very close. And if we do this right, peace breaks out. Saudi Arabia will recognize Israel when Iran is defanged. Our goal is to take this terrorist regime and defang it so we can have real peace in the Mideast. We're so close to that moment. President Trump, God bless you and your team for not letting them get 10 nuclear bombs.
And that's why Joe Kent, the former Green Beret and now former Director of National Counterterrorism, who was appointed by Trump back in 2025, just turned in his resignation letter. His departure creates a vacuum in the agency and a problem that has Republicans scrambling. And what have Republicans done under this administration and in the past when they don't want to talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room? They send in their most loyal chicken hawks to attack the character of whoever is speaking out and move the goalposts of the argument.
Donald Trump acted decisively. God bless the fact that he did. If he had failed to act, we'd all be living with a Ayatollah still alive, enough weapon-grade material to make 10 bombs. That's what's at stake here. The liberals literally do want Trump to fail. They fear him more than they fear the Ayatollah with a nuclear weapon. This is a sick time in which we live.
We've seen this do as I say, not as I do way of doing things for way too long, and we're sick and tired of it. Trump says one thing on the campaign trail, but does the opposite when given the opportunity. Tell the American people no more wars, then turn around and drag us into World War III without a single debate. The entire world is sick and tired of Donald Trump. It's not just Joe Kent, but when a guy like Kent, who's been in Trump's corner, someone who's had access to the intelligence and worked closely with Tulsi Gabbard, called bullshit. It's not only puts pressure on Trump about the fact that there were no imminent threat, it also puts a heaping helping of attention on Gabbard. Because now the question becomes, if Kent is wrong, why was he put in that position in the first place? And if he's right, then who exactly is Tulsi defending? Kent didn't just show up from nowhere. He has been inside the system. He was part of the same intelligence structure that she's under. That's why Tulsi put out her statement defending Trump's actions. She is being forced to either defend a narrative that someone in her chain just alleged, or she has to admit that something just doesn't add up. Because this is the same Tulsi Gabbard that built her reputation speaking out against regime change wars. She talked about ending these types of conflicts and bringing those resources back home, taking care of veterans and protecting the very people who got sent into these horrible situations. She used to stand up in Congress for young female soldiers who were victims of sexual abuse in the military. Now she's throwing her support behind a draft-dodging child predator who's dragging the world closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation.
President Trump warning Iran to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
What happened?
No, listen to the guy, his frustration.
Yeah, I like that dude.
Hormuz, or the U.S. will obliterate Iran's power plants, giving them 48 hours before.
You know, yeah, hold on.
Before
you know, man, we supposed to attack fucking Iran like never before, right?
You said what?
We supposed to attack Iran like never before. He gave him $40 to open up Hormuz, or they're gonna face strikes on their power plant.
Yeah,
the biggest one, right? He said they got $40. So if he don't do it, guess what that means?
Trump always chickens out.
Yeah, what's it called? A taco?
Taco.
That's gonna be embarrassing as hell. And that's gonna give me more strength.
Yeah, hey, Peter, good morning. As Operation Epic Fury continues into week.
It's Iran unswayed.
This was a direct hit. Not far from Israel's main nuclear reactor, showing Iran can keep raining missiles across Israel and the Middle East, all while maintaining their almost total blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump told the Iranians last night they have 48 hours to unblock the strait or he would obliterate their power plants. Iran replied that all energy facilities belonging to the United States will be targeted in response. Only a day earlier, Trump said he was considering winding down his war against Iran. Trump's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent spoke to NBC News' Kristen Welker.
Just to put a fine point on this, though, is the president in the process of winding down this war or escalating the conflict?
Again, they're not mutually exclusive. Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate, Chris.
There were no reported deaths from Iranian missiles in southern Israel, but Israeli health officials said at least 180 people were injured, like in this apartment complex in Arad. All of this damage was caused by just one Iranian ballistic missile that managed to evade Israel's formidable air defenses. It was just one impact in a weekend that was uniquely violent for Israelis.
It was a very shocking boom.
Wait, okay, so like, for example, right? If you go back like to World War II, Germany really should have won that war. The problem is the way that they military structure was. And people being so scared of Hitler, it was like shit wasn't being done right. Like basically the best person for the job but didn't have a job. And you can have the best shit, but if you got clowns in the driver's seat, man, I don't know how to drive no Formula One car. So a motherfucker in a goddamn Corolla would beat me in a race.
Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid said the attacks are proof Iran deliberately targets civilians.
Did you see any military sites or facilities around you? What they're doing is trying to kill as many civilians as possible.
Iranian state TV said the military intended the attacks on southern nearby nuclear research facility and reactor. Retaliation, it said, for Israeli strikes on its Natanz nuclear facility on Saturday. At least 15 people were also injured in Tel Aviv by debris falling from intercepted missiles. And in southern Lebanon, Israel is blowing up this bridge, it's said to keep Hezbollah operatives from moving south. Can Israelis still have faith in the anti-air defense that Israel is putting up here?
Well, we've had great success so far, over 92% interception rate. But even the best defense in the world is not perfect. But the best defense is making sure they can't fire these missiles anymore.
No, it's not.
Matt is joining us now from Tel Aviv. And Matt, the Iranian military says it is ready to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed for a while if it has to, right?
That's right, Hallie. If President Trump follows through on his threat to attack those Iranian power stations, the Iranians say they'll keep the Strait of Hormuz shut until those power stations are rebuilt. Hallie?
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on...
So what do you do? But leave that shit alone? What do you mean? I'm saying, like, you sitting in Trump's seat, but the thing is you're not in position. You done made a threat. They don't give a fuck. Sure. This was 25 minutes ago.
Now, Israel is under another round of overnight Iranian missiles attacks. People are seeing scenes like this across the country. That's the scenes there that they're seeing. Interception efforts are underway. Falling shrapnel has been reported in several locations across southern and central Israel. Some communities have reported fires and damage. Well, earlier Israeli police said an Iranian missile struck a kindergarten in Rishon LeZion, that's south of Tel Aviv, and it was closed at the time with no injuries. Overnight, though, on Saturday, strikes on two cities in southern Israel caused extensive damage. The incidents have raised questions over Israel's air defense systems.
In every event, even in successes, we investigate the entire chain of performance.
They said, finish this. Honor their sacrifice. Do not waver. My response, along with that of the president, was simple. Of course, we will finish this.
Those comments by War Secretary Pete Hegseth are causing a major controversy tonight.
During a Pentagon briefing about the 6 American service members who were killed in Iraq, Hegseth said their families told him to finish the war in Iran. 3 of those airmen were from right here in Ohio, and the father of Master Sergeant Tyler Simmons tells ABC6 that was not what they talked about.
He sat down with our Terry Sullivan today.
Oh, shit.
Remember, man, everybody lying, man. Now it's okay to lie.
Oh, shit. Why would he say that when he... That's stupid. That's a very stupid lie to tell, man.
Hey.
Just so proud of him. It was an honor to be his father. And I was so blessed to have him as a son.
Milo Simmons glows when he talks about his only son, Master Sergeant Tyler Simmons.
He had just a magnanimous personality, never met a stranger, would light up the room with his smile, with his disposition.
Tyler Simmons was among 6 crew members killed when their refueling plane crashed in Iraq. Simmons says last Monday's ceremony at Dover Air Force Base is still surreal. The Simmons family was the first to be greeted by the president and his team.
Much to my pleasant surprise, I saw emotion in the president's face. Because usually when you see him on television, he's just being the stern leader. I get that. But his humanity showed in that moment.
And then Defense Secretary Hegseth
Shook hands, conveyed to him Tyler was my only son. And they had been briefed on his record, so they were aware of his record. And, you know, we embraced, thanked me for Tyler's service.
They said, finish this. Honor their sacrifice. Do not waver. Do not stop until the job is done. My response, along with that of the president, was simple. Of course, we will finish this.
So that's not your experience.
No. I set the tone, right out the bat. Thank you for being here for Tyler Simmons. And so I can't speak to what he said to other families because I wasn't in there.
Simmons says his words were later twisted by a different group.
And their headline was, Defense Secretary is called out to be a liar by the father of Tyler Simmons. I didn't say that. And I did give them a rebuttal. I don't appreciate it when the media takes a tragedy and wants to use it as a political diving board, per se. I think that is a profound...
You say what?
The president does that shit all the time. Call that shit out. He talking to the media.
He just did it.
Here. You say what?
I'm saying the president just did it. Well, Hexum just did it.
That's what I'm saying. He told me the media does it. What the fuck is he talking about?
Niggas always trying to get in, boy.
Profoundly shows a lack of integrity and is not what journalism is supposed to be about.
Simmons says the focus should be on the lives that were lost.
They were heroes, and that should be the focus. Keep politics in its place. But from my position, this is no place for politics. Honoring our fallen, honoring our loved ones.
Loved ones who gave the ultimate sacrifice. On your side, Terry Sullivan, ABC 6 News.
Did you see how he didn't clarify what he said?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I don't know about that one, partner. Why didn't he clarify? Okay, it's still okay. It's still more. Hold on.
The 3 Ohio airmen served in the 121st Air Refueling Wing with the Air National Guard out of Rickenbacker. Adjutant General Matthew Woodruff commands the Ohio Army National Guard, and he has been spending time with the local wing and the families of those fallen airmen. He says they faced complex work. They helped refuel planes while in midair. Woodruff was part of that dignified transfer for those fallen service members at Dover Air Force Base earlier this week. He says that gathering was an important moment for those families.
One of the really humbling things about the dignified transfer was we had put a request in, if the families wanted to, that they could fly back with us on a KC-135 that we took out there. And they all came back with us. And I think that was probably a really good experience. I hope it was a good experience for them.
a dignified arrival.
So we got Pete Hegseth here talking about a little bit of the funding of the Iranian country. Let's take a listen here.
That's why you had millions of Iranians protesting, because they felt like their condition quality of life didn't match what it could be or should be. And what was the Iranian state? There's a reason we call Iran the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, because they took the money they make and they invested in tunnels, and they invested in missiles, and they invested in launchers and UAV. $200 billion. I think that number could move. Obviously, it takes money to kill bad guys. So we're going back to Congress and our folks there to ensure that we're properly funded for what's been done, for what we may have to do in the future.
Incredible.
What we may
lack
have
of
to do in the
self-awareness
future.
there.
$200 billion, that tells you what they think is coming. That's exactly, that is your indication they are preparing for a long drawn out war at this point. They're asking Congress right now for an additional $200 billion.
Yes. And I think I saw some stats yesterday, that's more than we sent to Ukraine in 4 years of that war, just for perspective. Like, this is a massive amount of money. And he says that number could move. It's not moving down. The only direction it's going to move is up. I actually saw Lauren Boebert this morning saying that she's a no on the additional war funding. So, she then got further pressed. Oh, well, do you think that this war should continue? And she's like, that's up to Trump. So she kind of defers on that point, but at least is saying, $200 billion. I don't think I'm voting for that. But the lack of self-awareness here of Hegseth, within minutes of each other, saying that the reason
the Iranians spend their money on missiles and weapons. Hey, I need $200 billion for missiles and weapons.
Iran is the #1 state sponsor of terror is because they take their money and they spend it on missiles, and then moments later asking Congress for $200 billion for missiles, taking our money and spending on missiles for starting World War III and bombing little girls in grade school. Pretty astonishing. And, the American public is so propagandized that I think most people won't even really notice that. It's like it's different when Iran does it than when we do it. It's not the same when they do it. But that is the reality of what our state is becoming. They're asking for a $1.5 trillion defense budget. They already have a $1 trillion defense budget. And now you're coming back and asking for $200 billion more for a war that we're told has already been a glorious victory. Trump told us we already won this thing, this little excursion. Just so insane. And you can only imagine what good could actually be done with that money instead.
I just want to say, I just pulled this up, Crystal. This is astounding. So, according to the Council of Foreign Relations, as of December 31st, 2025, the U.S. Congress has made available $188 billion in spending related to the war in Ukraine, according to the U.S. Special Inspector General for Operation Atlantic Resolve. So think about that. Think about that, everyone. Over several years of war in Ukraine, $188 billion, which is a lot of money, by the way. Already a lot of money. We are 2-3 weeks into, I guess 3 weeks now, into this war in Iran, and they're asking for $200 billion from Congress. Over a war, I mean, again, Donald Trump said he would end the war in Ukraine, he said he'd end the war in Gaza, but he said he would not start new wars. And this entire question of whether there was an imminent threat, we're playing semantics with it right now. But I think everybody understands, because the Secretary of State and the Speaker of the House came out and said it when the war started.
That your generation doesn't have to deal with a nuclear Iran. It's the truth. We did. So to the families who said, finish this, we will. And I say the same to every through.
All right. So the families, of the fallen soldiers, they told Pete, you know what? It's worth it. Let's finish this. Finish the damn job. Except some of the families are disputing that conversation. Father of service member killed in Iran war said he never told Pete Hegseth to finish the job. They go on to say in this article that they are just a little confused and unsure. I mean, these are patriotic families, right? So, these are this is not something that they want to believe that their son or daughter, died for a reason, but they just are not sure. And that was the conversations in this report that they were asking Pete about. I hope this is worth it.
Just so senseless. And we actually had a video of another
so
parents
now it
of
makes sense, huh?
fallen service member saying,
So what?
Now I understand.
What's that?
They want to know, man, why they die. They kind of like trying to question them, but he kind of like said they want to make sure that they died for a reason, so make sure it was worth it. But no, man, they was kind of like indirectly saying, man, they didn't have to die. And that's going back to what I was trying to tell you, man. After that 10 soldier man dies,
Can you close to your mic?
You said what now?
Get close to your mic. You sound like you're on the other side of the room.
Oh shit! I gotta get these damn glasses on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on. I said, man, you got 10 motherfuckers in the room, right? 10 bodies coming back on a plane. Man, those 10 people, man, are sitting in a room making decisions and having conversation with each other, because then they got some kind of mutual issue, and they start talking, and like, man, this is senseless. It don't make sense. Like, this is stupid. You want to be that one guy, man, that's saying it. When you got like 4 people saying it, 3 people saying it, man, now you got, man, support system. Now you're doing a tour of saying, man, my kid died for no reason. That black dude, man, that was his only child, right? That was his only child.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine losing your only fucking child. It's not even hit him yet. It's not hit him yet until he get invited to somebody else's fucking wedding, and their kid getting married. Where when to his brother start talking about his son, or his sister talking about their daughter getting married and things like that. You start thinking like, damn, my kid would have been if we didn't have this senseless war. That think about, man, all those soldiers that died in Afghanistan, right?
So what?
All those soldiers that died in Afghanistan, right? How many did we lose? About what? 7,000, 9,000, something like that.
No idea.
Whatever the number is, man. Tell me what they died for.
I mean, shit, man. Fighting terrorism.
Man, hell, man, you fight terrorism. So you think they really made a change over there?
You said what?
You think they really made a difference over there? A big, significant difference? Have they not been over there, man, where the country been just awful?
It's hard to say.
Exactly. It's hard to say. Say if it's hard to say, then mean you can't say one way or another, so you don't know. Imagine, man, not knowing if it made a difference. Like, damn, did my kid die for no reason? I don't know. This war right here, man.
It was 2,500 fatalities in a 20-year conflict. Now, what I'm saying is, I don't have children, right? But as a parent, is there a good reason?
Yeah. My child died, with for a just cause. One life saved 5,000. One life saved, hundreds of thousands.
What military action was that?
That's something you want to believe, right? You're like, man, when World War II was going on, man, like when my storming the beach, right? Was that Normandy?
Mm-hmm, Normandy.
Yeah, storming that beach, right? You died for just cause. You believe you like, man, I was getting rid of Nazis and things like that, and man, and they were killing innocent people and children. So, man, I went over there to stop it. They bombed Pearl Harbor. I wanted to make a difference, and you're a war hero.
So why couldn't you say that about 9/11?
Well, 9/11, man, come to find out later on that, man, that I don't think Afghanistan attacked fucking the United States. 9/11.
The people who did it was in Afghanistan and Pakistan.
They was there, or the people that did it.
The country didn't, but the people who did it was in those countries.
Okay. And it took us 10 years to find this motherfucker, man.
I'm sorry?
Took us 10 years to find him?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Obama got
yeah, that war wasn't really about fucking terrorism, man. We went from being a number of reasons. We're looking for weapons of mass destruction, genocide on
Iraq.
people, huh?
That was Iraq.
Didn't it all add in together? When it all in together?
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Originally, we attacked what country after 9/11?
Went to Iraq first. No, we went to Afghanistan, and then we shifted to Iraq, and then back to Afghanistan.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think we attacked Iraq first. And the thing was, we attacked a country that didn't even they weren't even responsible for 9/11. It's like, man, but then we pivoted and said, well, man, they got weapons of mass destruction, and we also said, man, well, they kind of like, man, it's harboring terrorists, and then we kind of like said they also fucking got nuclear weapons that they are hiding. I mean, they got weapons of mass destruction, they commit genocide on people, and they're harboring terrorists.
It was Afghanistan first.
Okay, I thought it was Iraq.
It was Afghanistan on October 7th, less than a month after 9/11.
Okay.
And then Iraq didn't start to a year and a half later.
Okay, we pivoted to Iraq. We abandoned the fucking 9/11 shit and pivoted to Iraq.
I wouldn't say abandoned.
I said we pivoted.
We still had troops in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I said we pivoted. We're like, well, let's focus on this right here.
But the focus was Iraq. Yeah, the focus did go to Iraq.
Yeah. So, man, it's kind of like, man, it was like, man, people wasn't sure what they were doing over there. It's like, man, why are we looking for Saddam Hussein? I don't think he wanted to attack the United States. Well, he got weapons of mass destruction. That man tried to kill my daddy. It's like, man, there's a number of things that even though we're going to the other territory, the thing is, man, you want to believe that, you're doing for a just cause. And I don't think, man, this war right here is a just cause.
You can't say retaliation from 9/11, stopping a fucking dictator that was gassing his own people. His sons was raping women on their fucking wedding day. You don't think like that's not a noble cause?
It's not our cause.
What makes World War II more noble?
Because we was fucking attacked.
We was attacked on 9/11.
Now, was we attacked by the government or we were attacked by a group of people?
By a group that the government was protecting.
Now, what government was that? Afghanistan? Afghanistan?
Yeah, Afghanistan, Pakistan, that was,
So did we literally attack their government and change their regime?
I mean, like,
the terrorists
Afghanistan?
back over? Yeah, did the terrorists end up taking back over?
You go to Afghanistan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we went over there. We pushed out the Taliban for 20 years.
You said yeah. No, we didn't stop the Taliban for 20 years. That thing morphed into many different things.
We didn't push out the Taliban for 20 years in Afghanistan?
We created Al Qaeda, and we had the Taliban, and we had the Shias. We created all kinds of shits over there, man. We was raising children of fucking terrorists. We kept creating shit, and before we left, we gave it right back to them along with our weapons.
This Taliban ain't the same Taliban, but 20 years later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when we left them with our weapons to rise again one day.
What the fuck are you talking about? You trolling?
No, after we left Afghanistan,
you don't know you don't know that we disabled all the weapons. You know that, right?
No, we just we blew up all our weapons before we left,
or disabled them.
Like, what does that mean?
What does disable mean?
Yeah.
What?
Man, you act like I'm gonna ask you a hard question. Like, what does that mean?
You asking me what disable means?
What does that mean? Disabling the weapons? Did we blow them up, or what did we do?
Make them to where they're not able anymore. They're not able
Yeah,
to
I know
work
what you say. I
anymore.
knew what the definition means,
We
man.
disabled them so they're not able to work
I know
anymore.
what the fucking definition
So
means.
why
I'm
you
saying,
asking me
is
what
that
disable mean?
okay? What does it mean when it applies to them? Let's say, man, you disable a firearm, right? I said, what you do? You said I took the bullets out of it. Okay, I got you. That's disabling. I said, well, what about I cuff the barrel? That's disabling. Okay, well, that can't be reused again. So, man, if we blew weapons up, then I understand that. But if we just fucking like, I don't know, fucking shit, I don't know what the fuck we did to them.
You know that when we go somewhere, like we always leave the shit there. It's like normal practice. No reason it's a big deal because Trump made it a big deal.
Well, over a 20-year period, there was just that's another story. That's a complicated answer with along with complicated questions.
I'm saying if we go into the country and we push the motherfuckers into the fucking mountains, and then we say, hey man, let me train you to keep them in the fucking mountains away from y'all motherfuckers. And the motherfuckers just don't learn, like they just ain't with it. I don't know what else we can do.
So you really believe that too?
You got something to disprove it?
Well, I I'm convinced, and it's just my opinion, that man they had no intention of learning it. They like, man, we don't want to learn y'all fucking custom of the. We don't want to learn that military way what y'all train. We don't want to learn it. It's not hard to fucking learn how to shoot a fucking
You just
firearm.
making that up though, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's like it's not hard to learn how to shoot a firearm and run your government, run your country. I don't think they wanted to. I don't think they eventually said, man, if we do this, man, they're gonna eventually leave and we're gonna be on our own fighting terrorists again. That's not what we want to do. They were scared. So they said, man, it was just they made it hard to understand, hard to learn, hard to figure it out. I think it was just they were just bullshitting. They refused to actually take in information. And America said, man, they just couldn't get it. The soldiers, we couldn't train them. It was untrainable. Well, okay.
Okay, cool. Like whether they wanted to or not, I'm saying if okay,
And over 20 years, man, we had 25 soldiers that died.
I'm sorry?
You said over 20 years, 25 soldiers died?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
And that's by trained fucking military personnel. I can imagine what's gonna be like now, man, with fucking these clowns and fucking in these bullshit positions, sending these kids over to fucking die for a fucking country, man, ain't got nothing to do with them.
so you see Afghanistan and Iraq the same way you see this Iran thing.
No, I was kind of trying to do a parallel. I was kind of like saying, man, people after a while, man, don't give a fuck what the reasons for. All I know is they lost their fucking kid. And right now, man, we don't know why the fuck will we be over there fucking fighting Iran for Israel.
Like in this situation here, what I'm saying is that okay, if you're a parent, right, you got two choices. Your child die, right? You can look for a noble cause, or you can say this is bullshit. This didn't have to happen, right? What I'm saying is this: in World War II, the way the narrative was, we fighting Nazis, Hitler taking over shit, um, goddamn, Pearl Harbor. It's a lot easier to say my child died for a reason and for the greater good. Okay, post that, we got the Cold War. I don't know. I mean, well, we have an idea on how America viewed communism at that time. So that's gonna be your Vietnams, your Korean Wars, all of that shit is basically fighting against communism. So maybe you can say, you know what I'm saying, like my child fought in the pursuit of getting rid of communism or making communism weak as possible. Okay. If we go to the Mideast Wars, you got 9/11. They bombed the subway in England. It was terrorist attacks everywhere. Everybody was scared of everything. And so I think that you can find a reason to say my child died for a noble cause.
Yeah, if you're
In this
if you're
particular
diehard,
conflict right here,
you diehard
I
MAGA.
don't know
Yeah.
how you find it.
Well, if you diehard MAGA, right?
Well, diehard MAGA, you diehard MAGA.
You diehard MAGA, you say, yeah, my kid died for a just cause, fighting for his president in this country, getting rid of fucking
I'm talking about
freedom
normal
ain't
people
free.
though.
Yeah, freedom ain't free, and that's what you say. But
I'm talking about
man,
normal people.
but at the end of the day, man, you gonna start hearing people like saying, man, my kid died for no fucking reason. And you have some clowns saying, no, freedom ain't free. And be like, man, fuck that. No, my kid died for no reason. Like, man, I'm okay with racism. I'm okay with getting rid of the goddamn Mexicans. I'm okay with, talking down on the Somalis. But man, nobody told me that, man, we was gonna go to war, my kid was gonna fucking die. Like, man,
Now,
I'm okay with all the other shit, but I'm not okay about sacrificing my child for this dumb shit.
let me ask you this. Is you familiar with that story? I think it was in Texas, where it was a dude living in Texas with his daughters. But he had one daughter who lived in England. She came to the States to visit her family. She was very critical of Donald Trump. So they're having a family argument because her dad is super MAGA, right?
Did he kill her?
She says, in the argument, he says, like, what if one of your daughters was being treated the way Donald Trump treat women? No, she said, what if it happened to, she said, what if that happened to me? He said, I got two more daughters, so I wouldn't care. I got two other daughters, so I'm cool.
Yeah, I think I heard something like that.
And then, so that hurts her feelings. So she go to the other room or whatever. And then later on, he invites her downstairs. They go in the bedroom. She get her goddamn head blown off.
Mm-hmm.
The police come. He don't even get indicted. Now, I share that story in the article and on MAGA threads on X. They find each and every excuse why it's okay. I think MAGA will sacrifice their children for MAGA. I think MAGA will sacrifice their children for the MAGA ideology to be as strong for as long as possible. I don't think they give a fuck.
The MAGA is something different, man. That's something else. Well, you got Republicans, you got MAGA, and you got fucking Democrats, right? MAGA is something totally lost.
MAGA will sacrifice their children for Trump.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It don't even seem real no more what they're doing. That loyalty started like right away.
Huh?
That loyalty started right away.
You said it started right away?
Yeah, it didn't build up. It started right away, which is weird to me.
It did happen fast, didn't it?
It was QAnon, and QAnon became MAGA. Like MAGA just kind of like said, man, make America great again. But you had to actually, man, those people are identified as QAnon. They was already there, man, when Obama was president. Like
I ain't really familiar with all that QAnon shit.
See the same shit that you did, the talking points that you were hearing. MAGA say I was already hearing them. Man, it was really deep. It was a rabbit hole, and they was down that motherfucker. So man, when Donald Trump this coin, we gonna call ourselves MAGA, they roll with that shit. That's what we are, we MAGA. And then you don't really hear anybody saying that QAnon no more. Remember the QAnon shaman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one preacher dude walking around on stage, stormed the Q and all that kind of dumb shit?
Yeah.
All of them was QAnon.
I figured they got
And
tired of being looked at. I figured that shit was so fucking crazy.
it never stopped being crazy though. They still believe that shit. Man, piece of gate and all that kind of crazy shit. That was QAnon, and which became MAGA.
Like they giving out messages that's encrypted and you got to figure it out or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know who know a lot about that shit?
What was that?
Your homeboy, the hate your ass.
Fuck.
Fuck, can't call his name.
Hold on, don't say it.
From
Fuck.
South Park.
Yeah, what the fuck's the name?
It
Fuck.
was the dad's name on South Park.
Yeah, damn. What's the name? Not just not. Fuck.
Something with an R. Randy.
Randy. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, Randy.
Randy, what though?
Randy. Randy dead. Randy window some shit like paint some
It's the
shit.
dad
Randy.
on South Park.
Yeah, but my cousin was a QAnon, and I got a partner. I got a partner that was QAnon.
Randy Marsh.
Randy Marsh. Yeah, I got a partner that was QAnon, and I got a fucking cousin that's QAnon.
Black people?
Huh?
Black people?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Because man, you wouldn't have, it wouldn't have, man. First off, man, they ignore all the shit. QAnon man was fighting against evil. So man, fighting against evil and all kinds of crazy shit. But man, I would entertain myself with him. Like man, I would hit him up in the morning time and say, "Hey man, what's going on?" And he would just be just fucking sending me shit. And I went out when it kicked off was when I found out about it. He came to my house one day, and I'm in the kitchen, man, and CNN was on, right? And this a big ass TV in this fucking room, but you can see the kitchen from the you can see the living room from the kitchen, right? It's kind of wide open. So he saw the TV like, oh, you don't want me to get started on shit on that motherfucking show. I'm like, what you talking about? And he started calling him the demon crash. Demon crash. I'm like, man, what you talking about, man? And that
The
nigga
demon
went into
what?
the demon crash.
Democrats is Democrats. Okay.
Yeah. And he went into a 2 hour fucking. I got to record it too. I think I got to find that recording. A 2 hour fucking this rant about fucking Democrats, but and his love for Donald Trump, man. And how much, and man, how smart Donald Trump was. He's the smartest man in the world, basically. And it went on and on and on. I was like, damn, man. I thought the most craziest, bizarre shit I've ever heard, right? And he eventually, man, was like, man, his girlfriend. Well, matter of fact, so he had been with my cousin. Well, he really is my cousin, but he was Gail for them like 25, 30 years. They was together when I was a kid, right? So they man, and also I would talk to her, and she would tell me about the shit he was doing. She was like, yeah, he kept early in the morning, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he'd be on that fucking that computer all the time until he go to work. Come home, get off work, and get on the computer. He be on that motherfucker, but he be telling me, man, he like, yeah, I just kept on digging and shit, man, digging, and all that shit you did, man, all the way from the currency to fucking the stimulus checks and man, that motherfucker it was just so gone. They were just bizarre to me. I couldn't believe the shit he was saying. From Donald Trump, got like beds. Donald Trump's son was an alien just guarding him. Donald Trump got the machine shit for when he gets sick and shit. COVID, of course, that was a host. It was just on and on. But here's the crazy part, man. This is what scares the fuck out of me, right? Oh, Michael Jackson was still alive. Elvis was alive. He sent me pictures of all these motherfuckers and shit like this, man. But the thing was, man, you hear me sometimes say, man, even a fucking broken clock is right twice a day, right?
That's a saying.
So the thing is, man, that it's so much information that, man, he would fucking say something, and I'm like, yeah, no way possible. Then it should be true. It come true. I'm like, damn, man. God damn, how the fuck that happened? So man, it kept reinforcing their beliefs. Man, this guy said, man, this guy was like, yeah, man, Donald Trump gonna give everybody a check. Man, this was fucking like in what? Obama still president. So man, when the stimulus checks came out, he's like, I told you, I like, no, motherfucker, it's a pandemic. But basically he was saying, no, there ain't no pandemic, no such thing. This is one of the reasons so man, people wouldn't complain about the checks he was gonna give out. Which the motherfucker said, man, he was gonna give out checks. It just it was
Where he at now?
Man, come on. After a while, man, you know you can only stomach that shit. It was entertaining and funny to me. Man, Donald Trump was in the office. Of course, he told me Donald Trump's gonna be reelected. I'm like, I don't think about that. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit.
I called that early.
No, he said Donald Trump's gonna be reelected, man. When Biden was elected, he's like, man, Biden ain't the president. Donald Trump is. It's an elaborate scheme, man. Make people believe that Donald Trump Donald Trump still running the show. And then they pivot to man, Biden ain't the president. Obama's still the president, but Donald Trump is is up under the White House. Man, there's all kinds of crazy ass shit he kept on saying. You see the flags, 7 flags right there. Donald Trump never got on that fucking helicopter leaving. You know, it was just an elaborate scheme. It's really Donald Trump. What did you tell me? Donald Trump was Obama. I mean, Joe Biden was really Donald Trump in disguise. It's a after a while, man. You get kind of like a little frustrated. Like, man, I can't hear this dumb shit.
I remember hearing a little crazy shit like that too. Like,
yeah, imagine you hearing from a person that man you had like respect for. You tell me, man, this was like my OG. This guy, man, was like, man, was a cool big cousin, and he's saying this shit, and I'm like, come on, man, are you serious? He's like, yeah, shit, hell yeah. I'm like,
did he have was he computer savvy like all the time, or did he kind of get computer savvy all at one time?
He was that cousin, man, that did it first.
The what?
That did it first. So like, man, you get that fucking person, man, that like there's a platinum TV coming out. Yeah, I got one. You know, the new fucking PS3 coming, the PlayStation coming out. He got the motherfucker.
Okay.
And 50 games. You know, when the computer coming out, he get the laptop. The iPad come out, he got the iPad broken, jailbroke. That nigga.
No, because like my old man, when he like learned how to operate a computer and navigate on his own, that motherfucker came to me and was like, you know the world flat, right?
Mm.
And I was like, God damn, Dad, let me try to teach you how to use the internet. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But I couldn't convince him of nothing else though. Like,
once they stumble on something, man, they can't go back. But it was always something in them. But once they start reading it, like, man, why would this shit be? It got to be real. Why would it be a fake? But he went down a rabbit hole, man, and he never fucking dug out that motherfucker. And his same talking points, man, was similar to fucking Mark's. I would hear Mark in his conversation. I would hear my other homeboy. I'm like, damn, man, this shit, man, sounds similar. So, man, when people say these little things, man, I would pick up on them. I'm like, man, I've heard this before, and I know where it goes. You throw little hints out, man, because you like, man, they don't want to go full fledged with it, so they throw little hints out there. Full fledged. They won't go full fledged, so they throw little hints out there.
you gotta get a fucking headset, man.
Let me get the other fucking phone, nigga.
Goddamn struggle to hear your ass.
This nigga got this cheap ass fucking internet service, and he trying to say it's my motherfucking phone. This nigga,
No, nigga, internet fine, nigga. You fucking.
Nigga, they gave you a free toast with that damn internet service.
It's like your ass in the bathtub or some shit.
Hold on. I'm on that damn iPad. Hold on. I'll give him an iPad because it's easy to look at the videos.
No, I can hear you. It's just I can listen hard.
Yeah, that's why I got it like that, so you can listen up. A lot of times you ain't being focused.
Okay, hold on. I'm turning the video off. We got somebody popping in. Hold on.
That's me.
Huh?
That's me.
Sick and tired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't want to see nobody in no goddamn boots, nigga. That's what I when I heard turn the video off. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Well, shit. Let me hear some of these QAnon motherfuckers. This dude about to interview some of them.
Man, I've been saying I should go get my fucking other phone so I can pull that shit up so I can go. Normally I keep all my fucking text messages.
The only time he's gone to that well.
They say they found the pillow on his face, which is a pretty unusual place to find a pillow.
The beautiful child went to have the vaccine.
Many of Trump's supporters are buying into something even bigger.
Those Trump supporters you see waving around the letter Q are followers of Q.
What QAnon is a fringe movement in which many baseless conspiracy theories are discussed on the internet.
So I dove deep into the rabbit hole to talk to 4 prominent QAnon researchers, including one who has 140,000 YouTube subscribers and millions of views.
What is QAnon?
QAnon is basically a shadow civil war between rogue intelligence agencies and good guys, for lack of a better term.
Do we all agree on this? This exists.
QAnon 100%.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%. Q's a guy that's on the internet.
Not a guy.
Not a guy.
It's a group. The people that have the full scope of the picture is less than 10. We shouldn't be caught up on who is Q. It's more of what is it.
He says that because what's about to be revealed is that QAnon is actually JFK Jr. So JFK Jr. is alive, and he brought the plan to Donald pre-1999.
Is Q more powerful than Trump?
Trump is a part of the Q team, so he's
just part of the team.
Yeah, he's actually posted at least once or twice. At least twice, and he's signed it.
We don't know that.
Well, we do know that because when it's signed as 4, 10, 20.
Oh shit! I didn't see more of this shit. They got their shit together, huh?
The big reveal, eating his popcorn, all that kind of shit. Big reveal, the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, the show, the big reveal. You gonna hear words like big reveal, going on the rabbit hole. The show, get ready for the big show we're gonna watch. I'm just gonna sit back, eat my popcorn, and enjoy the show.
At least twice, and he's signed it.
We don't know that.
Well, we do know that because when it's signed as 4, 10, 20, that's Donald J. Trump. But you got to understand numerology to know that. There was a tweet where everything in the tweet is just regular verbiage, regular grammar, but he has the word roaring, the word great, and the word reviews all in caps. You look up the numerology behind those words, and it comes out to the number 17.
What does the number 17 mean?
Q.
That just means Q.
It's the 17th letter of the alphabet.
Well, this is a lot more simple than I thought it would be.
Donald Trump is one of the most intelligent men probably in our lifetime, like top 5, believe it or not.
I find it hard.
He might actually be right on this one, according to one reliable source.
I was a really good student at the best school. I'm not like a smart guy, okay? Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
In your mind, Q is a force of good?
Yes.
And it's saving us from what? An elite satanic pedophile ring?
One of the aspects of corruption they are working to dismantle is human trafficking rings, yes. Remember when Trump was on stage and he grabbed the Fiji water? Fiji is one of the biggest human trafficking areas on the planet.
What big profile people are in this pedophile ring?
Do you want names?
Sure.
Hillary Clinton.
You think Hillary Clinton's a pedophile?
Worse.
What's worse than a pedophile?
Human sacrifice, child sacrifice, newborn babies. There's something in their blood that apparently gives them some euphoric experience.
It's called adrenochrome. It acts as a drug, essentially.
Where do they get the babies from?
Haiti.
A lot of these babies are bred specifically for that purpose.
Give me 5 names of big names that are going down.
Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, John McCain, George Bush, and
Obama. James Comey.
The conspiracy theories surrounding Obama. Michelle is a man.
I'm just saying, there's a bulge.
You believe that Michelle Obama has a penis? Do you believe Michelle Obama is a man?
I tend to think she is.
What real evidence is there to support any of these claims?
What claims?
What claims? You just said Hillary Clinton eats babies and Michelle Obama pisses standing up. There is no bulge.
I want to make sure people need to know this. QAnon is not we are not tied to like Alex Jones or anything like in regards to like InfoWars. Like that would be like a misrepresentation of who we are as researchers.
No, that guy's crazy.
He's insane.
That's the tough thing about conspiracy theories is that a lot of them are put out there very purposely to distract and confuse, and they're just BS.
So what's being sent out to distract us?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth. See? See, you believe, see?
So please let me comment on that. All right, I'm gonna blow your minds right now. You ready?
All right, looking forward to it.
When we scrutinize all those things coming from NASA, it's all CGI, it's all edited.
So you're telling me moon round, Jupiter round, sun round,
Not
Earth
spherical.
flat.
The world's round. The reason that QAnon is a Trump supporter's wet dream is because it encompasses nearly every conspiracy theory in the history of the world, from the Freemasons to the deep state and everything in between. 9/11?
Israel.
False flag. Inside job.
It's politics, it's Hollywood, it's music, it's religion.
It's literally life or death.
I was just to pull up a picture of JFK's burial site. It's the shape of a cube.
Pizza, walnut sauce, Domino's. There's various food language that is used for code words in pedophile circles.
Russian collusion, false flag?
Oh,
All
yeah,
nonsense.
100%. They colluded with Hillary and Barack.
What people are seeing is demonic possession.
Seems to play.
And that was like the White Dragon Society, which supposedly came up out of Asia, but has been forming Western alliances.
The Queen of England was accused of being a shapeshifter by Putin.
Thousands of people saw the Queen of England turn into her true form.
Wouldn't you love to find out that cancer can be cured?
Do you think the government's holding back a cancer?
I've seen it done.
There's going to be an order allowing elected officials to be court-martialed. Have you heard of this at all,
I haven't
Jordan?
heard about it at all.
No. Okay, so we'll have to look into this.
Lizard people.
Not like
I haven't seen anything crazy. I've felt energy, but not seen it.
Define lizard people.
It's one thing to listen to what these conspiracy theorists think about the world, but it's entirely another that they elected one of their own to run it. And that should make even the most rational of us paranoid as f. Do any of you think that anything that you have heard today is crazy?
Yes.
You think they
Today
really
we
believe that
welcome
shit,
to the
man?
program.
You say what?
You think they really believe that shit, huh?
Hell yeah, man. It was why think it was there for January 6th? That was all QAnon. That wasn't MAGA, that was QAnon. Man, you understand, man. Remember the pedophile you heard him talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is pre-Jeffrey Island. This is pre-Jeffrey Island. Like right now, you know how it's like, man, all these celebrities, it's like probably attached to the pedophile ring. These men of power, they were saying that shit, man, 10 years ago. They had it wrong with people, but they were saying 10 years ago, it's a big ass pedophile ring. I watched it. I'm like, God damn, man, this guy be sometime, man, a dead clock can be right twice a day. Man, do the math on fucking the stimulus check. That was before 10 years ago. I mean, after that wasn't. That was like shit.
Oh shit, they had a conference. Hold on.
Man, you gotta think, man. You know that guy? What's that general name?
The who?
That general name. What's the name?
The general?
Flint. General Flint. What's his name? Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was QAnon.
For the truth my whole life. And one time I just came across a video that was about Biden and Kamala Harris and Clinton and Obama. They are Satan worshipers, Satanists. They're Satan worshipers, 100%. And I couldn't wait to tell my family. And they just go, they just said, you're crazy. Trump's the worst.
How does that make you feel?
Sad, I cry all the time. But I just keep praying. That's all I do. I just keep praying and asking God to open their eyes. I have a beautiful family. They're just blind.
Which family member do you miss the most?
probably my baby sister. I told her we're in a spiritual warfare. This is between good and evil, and she rolled her eyes.
What was her name?
And we go and have wine together and lunch together, and it's gone.
You wish you had never stumbled.
Man, that shit, man, dog.
Dog, I witnessed it right firsthand, man. That was one of my favorite cousins, man. Like I said, that was my OG. Man, that guy's like give me jewels, man. Man, that girl was pregnant. Him and his wife, they separated. She said, man, that guy had got weird on her. He was with another girl, man, that he had just met. And she was okay with that nonsense he was saying. Man, he was having a son. He had got a whole other family. And man, I said, man, you gonna name the kid Donald? He was like, he was contemplating it. But she already picked the name out. Man, these are the people said, man, and if you know me, man, I ask these bizarre questions. I said, man, if Donald Trump, man, wanted to sleep with your wife, would you let her? You're like, yeah. Like an honor.
Damn.
Well, man, if Donald Trump came and smack shot you, man, would you do anything? No. I'm like, damn. Like, god damn.
Travelers spit on ICE assisting at airports.
Well, you know what's getting ready to happen, right? So now you get ICE getting paid and the TSA not getting paid. How's that gonna work out?
Reports starting tomorrow amid the mounting TSA funding flightmare with long security lines persisting across the U.S. Our nation's airports could look drastically different come Monday. President Trump ready to send ICE to assist the TSA, claiming the immigration officers will do a fantastic job and, quote, the great Tom Homan is in charge. This move comes as TSA call-out numbers are now at an all-time high. Look at the map here. A national average of nearly 12%. Some of our busiest airports, you can see, have an even higher percentage of absences right now. News Nation's Leah Lando live at Newark tonight with the very latest. And Leah, how are things looking?
And Natasha, it's starting to wind down for the night. And the longest wait time that we saw here today was 30 minutes. So not too bad here at Newark. That is not the case at other airports apparently across the country. We're going to show you some video of some of the airports dealing with the longest lines as passengers wait in line for hours. This partial DHS shutdown plus spring break adding to this. Take a look at this video from New Orleans this morning. Travelers told to arrive about 3 hours before their scheduled departure, waiting in lines for hours. The TSA security line stretching from inside the airport into the parking garage there. And at New York's JFK, a similar scene, and you see a packed airport. This was about 5 o'clock in the morning. Atlanta, Philly, also long lines. This as TSA workers are about to miss another paycheck. They missed a paycheck last weekend, and if a deal isn't reached sometime this week, Natasha, they are set to miss another paycheck this upcoming Friday. So let's take a look at how this is impacting the workforce. Some of the numbers nationally, more than 11% of TSA workers were absent yesterday, and certain airports are getting hit harder than others, as you've seen. George Bush Airport in Houston down more than 42% of its TSA personnel, according to officials there. JFK here in New York and Atlanta's airport were told both missing more than a third of TSA workers. And President Donald Trump saying that he will send ICE agents tomorrow to help with security screenings at some airports. ICE will be deployed, he says, to 14 airports with some of the worst backlog. The president plans to use ICE agents to help support TSA operations. We're told including tasks like checking their IDs, monitoring those exit lanes, and freeing up TSA officers to do their other jobs like screening. But Border Czar Tom Homan, he believes ICE agents are ready for the job at hand. However, some travelers, they're not so sure.
We're talking about security options, and these officers are well-trained in security, and they're well-trained in identification. And look, we're going to do what we can to help TSA move those people to the line.
I don't feel like it's in the best interest of everyone to put individuals in positions or careers or fields that they're not experienced in.
Do you think it could maybe
But you don't, Consuelo.
Scare anybody?
It would most definitely intimidate and scare people.
It would help us to have more people here to help this mess. It's not safe to fly.
And Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, he has said that if an agreement isn't reached to fund the TSA, the long lines that we are seeing now, he says, will look like, quote, child's play. So we will wait and see if ICE agents are able to make a difference here. And, of course, if this back and forth stops and an end is put to all of this. Natasha.
Orlando monitoring that at Newark tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
They say shit about nobody getting spit on. Oh, it says split, not spit. Okay, fuck. I can't read. Oh, and next time for the other channel, I got hell of a story. I got hell of a story. Supposed to go over.
Is it
Hell of a
politics?
goddamn story.
Is it politics?
Huh?
Is it politics?
No, for the other channel, for the Filipino channel.
Oh shit.
It's some crazy shit.
Sal, I don't know.
We ain't did one like this one.
Let me see. Hold on.
Fabulous. Could be world.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
I know it's getting late for you, but nigga, we ain't did one like this one.
What the motherfucker met a girl down there.
Asked.
Huh?
Oh, did the bait and switch on him, huh?
What's that?
He thought it was a woman, it was a man.
No, it ain't nothing like that.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like that. You don't want to know nothing about it, right?
No, I don't want to know nothing.
All right.
I don't want to know nothing.
Britain to help, we've got to say yes. That is part of the special relationship.
Your account of British policy, I'm afraid, is a travesty.
No, hang on.
The Strait of Hormuz. The idea that Donald Trump didn't think of it, that is one of the biggest narrative lies I've seen in a long time.
Just to correct you on one thing, Trump literally said yesterday, nobody expected that about the Strait of Hormuz.
That's crazy shit. Like, man, who thought they was gonna do that shit? I said, man, got wild as hell, man.
But that's the point. Like, you can have the best everything. If you don't know what the fuck you doing, you don't know what the fuck you doing.
And that's what it boiled down to, man. You got a bunch of motherfuckers don't know what they talking about, what they doing.
Who the fuck that dude say? I can't remember. He said that he'd be cool if, damn, who did he say? I can't remember who he said, dude. It was some celebrity who he said will be a good president behind Trump, right? The Republican dude down here. And I was like, he has no political experience at all. Like, just put anybody in the seat. And motherfuckers really think it's a game. Like, if you about to get into a conflict with Iran, and between you, Party Pete, and these motherfuckers, nobody thought about the Strait of Hormuz?
Man, but it goes back to, man, it's all fun and games until, man, you sit on that goddamn runway and it's fucking 10 bodies on that motherfucker at one time. They're like, oh man, this ain't funny no more. This dumb motherfucker, man. Now everything he says is known as fuck. There's not a frustration sits in. Man, you gotta think, man, for him to say, man, who thought that they would attack our fucking allies? Nigga, there's fucking US bases on them allied fucking on countries. What are you talking about? You just attacked them. Well, we didn't think they attacked them. Nigga, what are you talking about?
What would you do?
And the crazy part is, man, what makes you think the allies was going to attack? Nigga, the allies ain't been attacked. The base has been attacked.
Right.
So the allies like, man, just maybe they hit us a couple times, but let's not let it. Hope they won't get out of hand. Because Iran can fuck us up. They got 100 million strong. We sitting on their border, and America ain't doing shit. Sitting in their hands. And like, well, maybe we should fall back. And man, all these other countries, they gonna sit it out. Come on, man. They gonna sit it out? That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Man, that's scary as fuck, man, for somebody, man, that them all get on the same accord like that against America. Man, it was all the time, man. People helped us, man. They didn't help us. They liked us. They helped us. They mean like, man, we don't help them. We help them in our time of need. Will they help us back?
Yeah.
Man, our bases on their property, on their countries, man, made them seem powerful. Like, man, we kind of like American too. We that's
Yeah,
American
but
base. No. And then all of a sudden, man, we ain't doing shit with it.
we had goodwill in the Western world. Like even like little countries that didn't even have no militaries for real was signing up.
Yeah.
Like that's why like that Middle East thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I can feel how somebody got a problem with it, and I know I got somewhat of an unpopular opinion towards it. But even leaving that on the side, I just want just the way things were done. We built a coalition amongst a shitload of countries to go do this shit. This shit right here is just like that motherfucker said. Israel about to attack them, and if Israel attack them and they retaliate, some of our assets may be in danger, so we may as well get in the game. He said it in public.
Mm.
Son of a bitch comes in and starts talking over me.
America first, right there. American flag, bro. Right there.
yeah, my ass.
Cenk, for 15 minutes,
can I
you've
just
managed
effing
to
talk?
stay relatively calm. Don't blow it now. They spent billions on day
okay,
one
now
of
you're
the war.
cutting me off, Piers.
These are tiny amounts of money you're talking about.
Making up
tiny amounts of money.
Yeah.
Piers, are you mental?
Spent on day one of the war.
$337 million.
Joe Kent is a Gold Star husband, a retired Green Beret, and a veteran of 11 combat tours across 20 years service in the U.S. Army. He blamed the October 7th terror attack on America's failure to curtail Iran's threat. And amid a flurry of media criticism about reported links to far-right groups, he publicly disavowed the likes of Nick Fuentes. All of this earned him the endorsement of American conservative commentators as he sought political office. President Trump then appointed him as the top counterterrorism official in the US, a position from which he dramatically resigned yesterday. His statement said, "I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. It's clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby." Well, Joe Kent is now facing the full force of the war spin machine, spearheaded by Ben Shapiro, Lindsey Graham and Mark Levin, who says he should be investigated for espionage.
What are you doing? You're giving...
Damn, man. So like he said I disagree with how this is going down. Now he should be investigated for espionage?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, man, they try to investigate fucking, what was that, Jay Powell?
Yeah.
But they're trying to investigate him for fucking, like, just stealing money or some shit like that, misappropriated funds.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But at least that one I get because they had a contentious relationship the whole time.
No, I don't know.
Huh?
No, man, it's always what he's doing. We can't give him a pass because it was no. Like, no, fuck no. It's still, man, if he got a problem with somebody, man, now you investigate him. Come on, man.
That shit crazy, man. Espionage, goddamn.
Yeah, that's fucking. Isn't that fucking like treason or some shit like that?
Yeah, basically.
You get the death penalty, some crazy ass shit.
Treason, yeah. Espionage, you be on some Supermax shit. You be in there with motherfucking
And this is him being resigned a week ago. Come on, man.
That one nigga in Supermax
No. Had not like Snow or somebody.
Shit.
Eric Snowden.
What Snowden? No, oh boy, no. I'm about to say I think Larry Hoover was a Supermax.
Are you talking about prison?
Yes, that Colorado crazy shit.
I'm talking about Larry Hoover.
I think Colorado. I think Larry Hoover was a Supermax.
Well, he pardoned. He in the state now.
Yeah, he pardoned now. Yeah. I think he was a supermax.
Aid and comfort to a lie. There was an imminent threat. How much more imminent could you be?
Oh, you see how he worded that?
Goofy in there, get Supermax print said what now?
You see how he worded that?
What you say?
Hold on, I'm taking it back. Hold on.
So deeply enthralled to those strange, powerful American lobbies. We're not going to say it. That he
investigated for espionage.
What are you doing? You're giving aid and comfort to a lie.
You hear that specific wording?
Saying.
Like the language of treason is giving aid and comfort to our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said you're giving aid and comfort to a lie.
Oh,
Tricky Lindsay, boy.
There was an imminent threat. How much more imminent could you be within 2 weeks having enough material to make 10 bombs? How close could you come? Not much.
now, that is conspiracy trash. It's also kind of strange since President Trump has said that it's conspiracy trash. So apparently, Trump is so deeply enthralled to those strange, powerful American lobbies. We're not going to say it. That he apparently has been so bamboozled by them that he's still under the impression that he's his own man.
Well, for his part, President Trump appointed Joe Kent as the director of the National Counterterrorism Center.
Okay, so El Chapo and Supermax, one of the brothers from the Boston Marathon bombing, the shoe bomber, Zarakis Massaquoi, the 20th hijacker, 9/11, the underwear bomber, Terry Nichols, Oklahoma City bomber, Eric Rudolph, the Olympic Park bomber from the 96 Atlanta Olympics, Larry Hoover, and Tyler Bingham, a leader of the Aryan Brotherhood gang.
Said he's not a smart person and has always been weak on security. If nothing else, it's another lesson in how quickly the worm can turn on those who step out of line. And in a much more consequential pivot, the president is now threatening to leave NATO altogether over its failure. As he
I got 2 more days. They said my shit might not get delivered till Wednesday. And then so I'm gonna start that journey, the motherfucking fat boy shot journey and shit, man. I want to see how this. I want to see what happened with this shit.
They said weight comes off pretty fast.
Nigga, I've been watching some crazy stories, man. Some like 50-pound shit in like a month and a half type shit.
You gotta be careful. That shit don't come off that fast, though, man.
Huh?
You gotta be careful.
I've been looking that part up, like unless you like, you know, like older, you got very like your skin like it's basically got no elasticity. If you like some 500-pound shit, they say like the hanging skin ain't really a thing. And then they say like as long as you make sure you eat your protein to keep up your muscle mass and do some resistance training. You know what I'm saying? But nigga shit, man. I get back down to like 240, 230, man. I might just start knocking motherfuckers out, man. Shit. Hey, how you doing? God damn it. I might start playing a knockout game down here.
He sees it to help police the Strait of Hormuz.
NATO's making a very foolish mistake, and I've long said that, you know, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test, because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
What?
They said we don't need them. They should have been there. That nigga be talking crazy as hell, don't he?
That's not how NATO works. Man.
But it's the fact that every single one of America's allies has a major interest.
Every day, man, something different happens, man. Tomorrow will be supposed to be attack on Iran, right? Nuclear plant. Power plant.
Shit. I'm surprised these motherfuckers ain't getting together to stop us. Shit.
Oil,
Let me
which is
go
supposed
on.
to pass through it.
Let me go take me a nap, man. I'll hit you up tomorrow, man.
All right, big dog. We do Philippines tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
The fact that the world's oil was flowing freely through the open strait until Israel and the United States started this war. And the crisis over Hormuz is really a perfect snapshot of the entire Iran saga. No amount of bombing is going to ever change the fact that Iran's border covers the entire 100-mile waterway. It will always be able to choke the world's economy with its divers, mines, and small boats unless the regime is changed or controlled. And that will take precisely the type of conflict that everybody says they want to avoid. Well, joining me to discuss all of this is Ben Hodges, retired US Army officer and commanding general, Sir Richard Dalton, the former UK ambassador to the Islamic Republic of Iran, Cenk Uygur, founder and CEO of the Young Turks, and Ben Ferguson, co-host of The Verdict with Ted Cruz. Well, welcome to all of you. Some old friends and some new faces, but it should be a lively debate here. Let me start with you, Ben Hodges. You're a retired American Army officer. You're a commanding general. From a purely military perspective, what is your assessment of how this war has gone so far?
Well, of course, I have to tip my hat to the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Air Force, and the Israeli Air Forces, and our intelligence professionals who have helped them accomplish what's been done so far. I mean, there's no denying from a military standpoint.
We do Piers Morgan separate. I kind of want to see some more of this fucking this QAnon shit. This totally got past. This whole QAnon thing totally got past me.
Everything I'm about to tell you actually happened. Hundreds of QAnon followers from across the country gathered in Dallas to witness John F. Kennedy and John F. Kennedy Jr. reappear and announce that Donald Trump would be reinstated as president. They were disappointed when the assassinated president and his deceased son never showed. CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan joins us now, and I know there's a tendency, Donnie, to laugh at this, but it's terrifying.
Yeah, John, I mean, look, if we didn't laugh at this thing, I guess we would cry, but it is important to remember the sort of wider context, right, that this is all playing out in, is that there's this space online where there is no truth. People are not tethered to reality anymore. And while we have seen, you know, this was a small segment of the QAnon population, I guess you could call them at this point, but, you know, other folks in QAnon who said, oh, those people yesterday were crazy who showed up in JFK to try see JFK and JFK Jr., they were also the same people who for months are saying the election's been stolen, all the Democrats are going to be rounded up and sent to Guantanamo Bay. So it's difficult to see where, you know, where one conspiracy begins and the other ends. Obviously, JFK and his son, JFK Jr., did not show up yesterday, so these people didn't get to meet their hero. But I do want to show you one quote from that the Daily Beast picked up on a live stream. A lot of people were live streaming this event yesterday. A person, one of the attendees, said some of them are home, speaking about people at this event, were alone, feeling lonely. They had nobody there. We've heard these stories for months about people feeling alone, having nobody they can talk to, and now you have, what, 1,000 people in Dallas. I think that's just a really important point to hit on here, John. Amid all the political stuff, so many folks that we speak to who go down these rabbit holes of conspiracy theories, especially online, are looking for community. They are